What's up, everybody? Fresh cup of coffee here. Just got done with Foundation season finale of season two. Got resolutions to most of the storylines, and of course, a sort of not quite a cliffhanger ending, but definitely this is what's happening as we head into season three, which is really cool because season three has already been confirmed. I believe it was shooting and then it shut down shooting because of the writer's strike and actor's strike, so I think it's on hold for the moment. But um, we got lots of resolutions, and I would say even if some crazy remote chance stumbled along and the Writers Guild and Actors Guilds and all those disagreements that are happening around, if that was to somehow impact this, it would still be a good enough ending for season two, that we wouldn't be left with like a cliffhanger. But there is some stuff that happens at the end which leads up to season three. So we'll talk about all that in this episode. I don't do spoiler free, so if you haven't watched the episode yet, go away and watch it. Come back and talk it here. But we're discussing. That's your only spoiler warning. Here's your countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you haven't already done so to get more TV show reviews and film reviews and all the other things I do here on the channel. So check out the playlist, join the Discord, links are down below. Check out the member videos if you're a new member to the channel. Let's go. So, man, this was a resolution of like on multiple scales here. So, some people survived and some didn't survive. But essentially, we find out in the earliest parts of the episode, um, a lot of deceptions happened, and it kind of felt like, um, even though I love this episode overall, and even though I think that it was a great conclusion to season two, I do feel like they went way too heavy on the gotcha tickets because they cashed in multiple of those plot twist cards in like one episode. So um, the big thing is that, of course, Brother Dusk and the Handmaiden don't get to live. Demerzel comes back and gives them, and she's very sincere. It's a very brilliant acting scene on the part of the actress who plays Demerzel, explaining to these two, that no matter what, I can't let you live because my programming won't permit it. Even though I want to let you live, I can't permit it. And she gives this whole speech about, and she's sincere, like Theon, Cleon saved me, and for that I love him. But at the same time, I know he programmed me to love him. So are my thoughts of love sincere, or are they because of my programming? And because of that, I also hate him because he put that thing in me. And so she's a tortured soul who wants freedom but can't have it, wants to love, does feel love, but can't be sure if the love she feels is legitimate or a programming byproduct. And she has to do everything she's doing because she's been programmed to preserve the empire forever. And so yeah, Dusk and the Handmaiden don't get to live. Then we've got the telepath planet where it turns out that, oh no, Harry wasn't dead. It was all just a mirage because Gale was able to discern it, and she used her mind powers to trick all the guards and everybody else into believing that the body in the water was Harry's, and it wasn't Harry's. Harry was off hiding in the bushes, and we go through a final confrontation, with everybody here, realizing that was him. The ding dong witch is dead. And we get a final ending here where we think everything's good and they're all having a gathering and everything, and suddenly the littlest kid, the little boy, is like, and then he basically shoots why am I blanking on his name? Gail's daughter, Saldor, shoots her. She dies, but also they kill the kid, and that's the last remnants of the crazy uh, telepath chick. Um, at least for now. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Because she managed to hide away in the brain at the last minute. That it might not be death. I don't know yet. That's for the end of the episode stuff. But that resolves itself in that, oh, Harry's alive, but now Salvor's got to die, and um, you know. But in the process of that, we find out that the future that Gale has seen is not guaranteed because in all of her visions, Gale was there with her dying on the battlefield, but instead she died here, which means that some things can be changed. Nothing is set in stone, nothing is concrete. So that's hope for the future. So Harry and Gale both go into cryotubes in front of this group of telepaths to wait out the next crisis. Boom, that storyline's wrapped up. Holy crap, the Empire one is intense. So here we are at Terminus, and the destruction of the planet, and Empire is having this whole, I'm a god. Look at what I can do. I'm gonna go destroy all the Foundation planets. And General Rios steps up and says, "Nah, man, fuck you." And he demands that the space navigator, he's like, "You're out of control. I'm in command now. Spacer, you do this." And then the navigator puts in a code, and all of a sudden, all of the ships in orbit around the planet, the entire fleet that Day has brought, starts to jump into each other and explode. And the spacer says, I've programmed all these fleets to do that. And in the heat of all of this, we come to realize that no one's getting off of this ship alive at all. Empire, of course, thinks that that's not true, and he decides to trying to fighting and killing everyone out. And we find out at this point that it was all a ploy to draw Empire here with his fleet. It was all a ploy. Hobart coming back here as if the Spacers had rejected him was a lie. That was a deception on the part of the Spacers to get a plant in here so that they could do this, that, and the other, and draw him here. So destroyed the planet. The fleet's here. Suddenly the fleet's jumping into each other. The ship's not getting out. There's a bunch of fight sequences here, and it's basically Empire trying to get off the ship and have a huge fight with Rios at the end, and then you realize at the very last minute, as Empire shoves Rios into the airlock and then jets him out into space, and then suddenly you see this corpse tumbling through space, and then it flashes back around and it's Empire's face, and Rios has got that device that Hober Mallow used to switch bodies. And it turns out that they just airlocked Day into space, and so Empire's gone. But so are all of they. The ship's gonna blow up. The only person that can get off, they find a single way to get someone off, and it's Polly, not Polly, the cleric, whose name escapes me at the moment. She gets away. Constance, I think is her name. She gets away. We'll talk about what happens to her in a minute. So Dusk is dead. Day is dead. Back to the planet. And Dawn figures out what Demerzel has done and basically goes and gets Sirith, and they escape in a shuttle. And as they're flying away, they have, their body doubles give a speech to the people, we'll rule you together, etc. And we're absconding and all this other stuff. But Demerzel's like, I'm gonna have to hunt you down. My program is gonna have to hunt you. I'm gonna have to hunt you down. My programming won't let me. And Dawn is arguing with her that there's got to be a way for you to interpret your programming in a different way, because in a way you are saving Empire. I am Empire. I'm going off to have a legitimate son with Sereth. Let us have that happy ending and stop making things worse. It's a great story for the people. All this other stuff. And we're not quite sure if Demerzel is going to let that slide or not, but they do escape in their vessel, and Demerzel's crying, and she's horribly distraught about everything. But then she goes and decants 3. Quick commercial break, everyone, to give a shout out to our first official guild officer, Bubalonia, as well as all of the guild champions, and of course, all of the members who help keep me on the air full time. To join as a member, simply click that join button below and pick your tier, but you can also support with SuperChats on any live stream or premiere, or SuperThanks on any upload or YouTube short. Don't forget the Discord. Let's get back to the video. At the same time, and this is when things get a little crazy, because while she's doing that, this is all happening simultaneously. Constance gets picked up by Harry Seldon's big temple-looking thing that was the shrine that was planted on the planet. Turns out nobody died on Terminus. He got all the people inside of that shrine, that space, that interdimensional space that they had built, and escaped. And so only the people on the ships died, like only the people who sacrificed, to the fleet. Like Hober Mallow is obviously gone, General Rios is gone. But we find Rios' boyfriend is here, and Constance's father, and all these other people that were maybe not Constance's father. I don't remember if I saw him because I know he was stabbed or something in the previous episode. But it's all the people from the planet. So Foundation didn't actually die. Now they're all in this shuttle and it's moving off through space. That's an ending to that. At the same time, Demerzel is decanting 3 new, um, all at the same time, like dawn, dusk, day. They're all at the same time, and she's having to reprogram them and everything else. And as she's doing that, she's like, "Don't worry, I found something that'll help us." And she pulls out the Prime Radiant, or at least a version of the Prime Radiant, which I'm assuming she got from Terminus, which is not the full Prime Radiant. It's a portion of the Prime Radiant. It's the copy that Harry Seldon had given to whatever. I don't know how she got it. It doesn't. I don't know if that's part of the plan or everything else, but she's like, I can't read it yet, but I will be able to. But I can already see so many amazing things for us in the future. And then everything fades to black, and that would be a great ending if that was just where it ended. But then it says 152 years later, and now we're with the mule, and he's in a cell or something, and he's like, I must find Gale. I must kill her, even if I have to burn everything. I have to find her before she finds me. And I'm like, is this the remnants of that? I have no confirmation of this, but is this the remnants of that crazy telepath lady? Like, did she somehow project herself forward, or has she ridden in the bodies of others until here, or is this a completely new entity that just shares psycho memories? I don't know. But apparently, wherever we're picking up with season 3 is going to be 152 years later, and we'll find answers to other questions, I'm assuming, in season 3, like did Day and did Dawn and Sereth, did those two manage to live out a life with a child? Did they spawn a lineage of princes in exile? Don't know. Where's the new Foundation headquartered? What about Harry and Gale, who were in the sleep tubes, in the cryo tubes? What's happened to that civilization? Like, a lot can happen in 152 years, so that's what we're waiting to see. So that's going to be whenever season 3 rolls around. But that's it for this one. I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. The gotcha moments in the early parts of the episode with all of the like plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, like right in a row, like all of those happening. It felt too much for me, a little heavy-handed. So I docking at points for that, but otherwise 8 out of 10. Great finale. Very happy with the resolutions here. We got answers to everything, including who sent the assassins, and it turns out that it was Demerzel who sent the assassins because it was part of her thing to draw, to get Empire to get rid of this queen notion and all this other stuff. So we did get resolutions to, I think, pretty much everything. So happy with that. Anyway, this is the last one for this show, but I'm doing other shows. We're doing Ahsoka right now, and as of this recording, and doing lots of other stuff as well. So check out all the film reviews, TV show reviews, playlists, the YouTube videos that we do all the time, all the games we play, the daily live streams at 11 a.m. Central, and of course, Discord links are down below. See you next time, everybody. Happy viewing.